Student, myself Rajendra Asiri. I am assistant professor in computer science department at Government Bangad PG College, Didwana. In the previous lecture, we discussed about cryptographic techniques, and in the just previous lecture, we have discussed about how to ensure email security, right? So we have discussed compatibility algorithm, Radix 64, compression algorithm, ZIP algorithm, encryption algorithm like DSS, RSA, how to ensure digital signature. All these concepts we have discussed in email security. Now in today's lecture, we will be focusing on authentication service, right? Means whenever we are sending a message, then how a receiver comes to know that it comes from a authentic resource, and whenever a sender is sending a message, how sender comes to know that it has delivered to a authentic recipient, right? So in order to ensure the authenticity of sender and receiver, authentication services plays a vital role. So in today's lecture, we will be focusing on this concept. So the outline of this lecture series on authentication series security is: first we will learn what are the various security concerns regarding authentication. Then we will learn about Kerberos concept, how with the help of Kerberos we can ensure the authenticity of sender and receiver, means how or the Kerberos is helpful in providing the authentication services. After that we will learn about X.509 certificate authority authentication services, right? So starting with security concern. Now in today's environment, whenever we are transmitting any information from intended sender to intended receiver, then various security concerns arises in between, right? So the key concerns are confidentiality and timeliness. Confidentiality means whenever we send a message, then the privacy of the message needs to ensure. So it is very critical because the message can be seen by anyone. So we need to ensure the confidentiality or secrecy of the message. Clear? At the same time, timeliness means the message should be available in insecure channel for a very little time stamp, so that it cannot be replayed, right? So these are the key concerns, like confidentiality and timeliness. Now, to provide the confidentiality, we must encrypt the identification and session key information. Session key means the time duration in which between which the communication is held on, right? And we need to encrypt the identification as well as session key information. Now which requires the use of previously shared private and public key, right? So it required a past information. Now it need timeliness to prevent replay attack. Timeliness means we need to just restrict on the time limit or time stamp, so that replay attack cannot be done. Now provided by using sequence number. How to ensure this? By providing the sequence number or timestamp or challenge or response system, right? So these all techniques or concept you can use for these security concerns. Concerns are confidentiality and timeliness. So we need to prevent with replay attack. We need to ensure the security of the previously shared secret key or shared key as well as public key. So for that we can use sequence number and timestamp or challenge response system. Now Kerberos, why this name is given? So if you see in the picture, you will see that there is a dog with three heads. So it is a three-headed dog. Three-headed dog means it is making or ensuring the security in at least three directions. Clear? So in Greek terminology, a many-headed dog, the guardian of the entrance of the heads. Clear? So It ensures the security in all the direction, means it ensure the security of session, it ensure the security of authentic sender, authenticity of the receiver, and in the communication channel also, right? That's why the name Kerberos is given. It comes from Greek terminology three-headed dog or many-headed dog. Clear? So in the symbol, Kerberos symbol is three-headed dog, right? Now, it if the user wishes to access services on server, then Kerberos plays a very important role. Clear? So if a user in client server scenario want to use the services on the server, then Kerberos plays very important role. Now, while communication with the server, or while using services, or while accessing services from the server, there exist three type of threats. First, user pretend to be another user, means authenticity of sender or user might be compromised. Clear? Second, user alter the network address of the station. Modification of the address of the workstation. Clear? Network address of the workstation. Second threat. Third, user eavesdrop on exchanges and use a replay attack. Traffic analysis. The first attack is pretending to be another user, attack on authenticity, altering the network address of workstation, attack on we can say integrity, and eavesdrop or exchange and use replay attack, fabrication type of attack, or we can say just intercept traffic analysis, intercept and then again make a replay attack. These three attack threats can be possible, right? Now, Kerberos. How Kerberos can be helpful in this scenario? So, Kerberos provides a centralized authentication server to authentic users to server and servers to user. It provides a centralized authentication server to authenticate user to the server and server to the user. It is a two-way authentication service. Clear? A centralized service. It is a centralized service. Suppose it is a client, it is a server, client to server as well as server to client. Two-way authentication service will be provided. It is centralized, so it is a Kerberos. Clear? Kerberos provide client to server as well as server to client authentication services. Now it relies on conventional encryption algorithm, making no use of public key encryption. It uses a shared key concept, right? So Diffie-Hellman can play an important role in it while sharing the keys. It is totally based on conventional encryption or secret key, or we can say symmetric key cryptographic algorithm. Two versions are available, version 4 and version 5. Version 4 makes use of DES, data encryption standard. Now DES we already covered in the previous lectures, in the lecture series of cryptography and network security. DES is a encryption standard. It uses encryption at the sender end and decryption at the receiver end. The structure used in DES is Fischl structure having 16 round. We are using round function. Clear? XOR function or XOR gate we are using in the round function. So DES is based on Fischl structure, and Fischl structure is having a 5 component concept: encryption, plain text, key, decryption and ciphertext. Clear? 5 component concept. Next is Kerberos version 4. Now, first, before going in detail in the processing or in the implementation of the Kerberos version 4, how Kerberos is doing its task, we need to learn or we need to understand some terms, important terms. First is C. Some nomination is there. C. C stand for client. Client means the user which actually want to use services from the user. AS. AS stands for Authentication Server. It is responsible for providing authentication services for the client as well as server. V here stand for server. Now next is IDC. Identifier of user on C. Means on client, any user, if using the services at client, then how to identify a particular user? For that ID is given IDC. IDV, identifier of V. PC, password of a user on client. ADC, network address of client. KV, secret encryption key shared by authentication server and the server who is providing the actual services. TS stand for timestamp. Timestamp means the time duration between which the services are going on, services are provided. After that, services will be stopped. So this stamp is a duration, short time of duration between the communication. Next is double vertical line stand for concatenation. Clear? If you want to combine two things, suppose I want to combine V and IDC, then I will write down, I will simply write down V double vertical sign and I will write down ID, suppose V. If I am writing this, then it is a concatenation of server and identifier of server. So in this manner, authentication can be provided. So how actually Kerberos is helpful in providing the authentication services, we will learn about this in the upcoming lecture. So again I am revising whatever we have learned in today's lecture. In order to ensure the security of the or authenticity of the we can say sender and receiver, we require some authentication services, right? So various security concerns are there: confidentiality, timeliness. We need to ensure the stop of the replay attack. Clear? So timeliness is required to prevent replay attack. We require sequence number, timestamp and challenge response system for providing the confidentiality as well as timeliness, right? So in Kerberos is basically comes from Greek terminology three-headed dog or many-headed dog. It provides security in all direction. It is basically a centralized authentication server which provides services for client, users, server, and all the services happening between client and server as well as from server to client. If user wishes to access services on the server, then Kerberos plays very important role. There may be three type of threat may be exist. Threat while pretending to be another user. If a user want to pretend itself as another user, it is a threat. Second, altering the network address of a back station. Third, traffic analysis or eavesdropping on exchanges and use a replay attack. Clear? Then in Kerberos, it uses conventional cryptographic algorithm. Means shared key is used for both the end two versions 4 and 5. Version 4 uses DES algorithm. Then after that, some terminology we have gone through. Means for client we are using C, authentication server AS, identifiers are used if it is for client, then IDC, for server IDV, then password nomination PC. If we are using for network address of the client ADC, clear, network address of the server ADV, KV for secret key encryption shared by authentication server as well as this normal original server, timestamp, the duration between which the communication is going held on, concatenation, double vertical line we are using. So in this manner, Kerberos can be very helpful and it provides a centralized authentication services. So in the upcoming lecture, we will be focusing that how the Kerberos can be useful in different scenario. Clear? Some hand held process is also there. Means some area are there in which Kerberos can be very strong. But if you are changing from one area to another area, then hand held processing is done in Kerberos. So Kerberos 5 is advanced version of the Kerberos 4, 5, 4. So in the upcoming lecture we will be focusing on more in more detail with respect to the curves. Thank you.